Nobody is talking about the big change in Rajkalwa buffer zone or a Nala buffer zone or drain buffer zone. So this is quite important to know and very drastic changes this is in buffer zone of drainage, that is Rajkalwa stormwater drain, different names it is called. So normally across Karnataka we call it as Rajkalwa. So it is a huge change now, which we are going to go through in this video, each and every point, how it is, what is going to be the impact. And let me tell you, the main impact would be uh, in two different regions. BDA would have, uh, like in terms of flooding, it would have a good impact, I mean, bad impact that is. And in terms of relief to many people whose properties are next to Rajkalwas. So two things, and if outside BDA limits, like other planning authorities, there you have very lesser buffer zone. So that would have a different impact. Like they would get an disadvantage of losing the property in buffer zone, but advantage of saving them from future flooding. So Bangalore is going to sink, and people outside will be happy by losing their land. Happiness is they won't sink, like how Bangalore is going to sink based on this. So if you see the rules, you will come to know they have reduced the buffer zones a lot, and very different it is. Like before, it was quite different. Now it is different. So let's dive deep and understand what is the difference and what is the changes which has come up. Yeah, so here if you see, this is the Gazette notification which has come up recently. Okay, so let us read. You can see the date here, 1st September uh, 2025 notification. Whereas the buffer zone for lake, see lake we have already made video. If you want, you can watch. Let me show you. So this is my lake video I have uploaded. I have explained each and everything, all the points, what are the up changes, what is the buffer zone rules changes, each and everything I have explained in this video. You can go and search Karnataka Lake Buffer Zone 2025, or else Lake Buffer Zone you can type and add agently, so you will get off. So okay, so let's come back here. Whereas buffer for lakes and drains are insisted at the time of granting approval, for developments as per zonal regulations of approved master plan of concerned local planning areas. Approved master plan of concerned local planning areas, it is told. So they are talking about different local planning areas. It is not one particular. This we can understand from here. Whereas further, it is found necessary to define categories of. See here, they are going to define the categories, which is, I guess, for the first time they are defining the category of Rajkalwas. Further, it is found necessary to define the categories of drain and prescribe uniform buffer for lake drains for all the local planning area coming within BMR, Bengaluru Metropolitan Region. This is quite important to know. It is for the total BMR region. Like all the planning authorities is going to get involved in this. Now, therefore, in exercise of the power conferred under Section 13E Karnataka Town and Country Planning Act 1965, Karnataka government proposed to make a certain amendment, zonal regulations, revised master plan 2015. So here directly they are only talking individually about revised master plan 2015 of local planning area of Bengaluru, approved master plan of Bengaluru Mysuru infrastructure local planning area, and approved master plan. See, and it is adding approved master plan of all the local planning areas coming within Bengaluru Metropolitan Region. So from this sentence, it is very clear they are talking about all the planning authorities, if I am understanding correct. If I am not correct, you can correct me. Any objection or suggestion? So they are asking for objection. So this is the first amendment or request they have passed. Now you can file an objection now. So it is not yet implemented. It is an amendment, you can call, which is proposed. So okay, any objection or suggestion for the from the public on the amendment may address to this address they have given within 30 days of the publication. So now it is 1st September, October. October 1st, 2nd, this, if there is no objection, then this would be implemented. Okay, let's go further. Draft regulations, title and application. First thing, these regulation may be called as zonal regulation revised master plan 2015 of the local planning area of Bengaluru, approved master plan of the Bengaluru Mysuru infra corridor area, and the approved master plan of the local planning authority, and BMR amendment regulation 2025. So this is called as amendment regulation of 2025 within the BMR region. Okay, so first thing this was. Second, they shall come into force from the date of its final publication in the official Gazette. So this will come only into picture after the final Gazette notification. So this is only a proposed plan that you have to understand. In the zonal regulation of the revised master plan 2015 local planning area Bangalore, and approved master plan BMI CAPA, third one, see 1, 2 and 3. Third one is talking about approved master plan of all local planning area coming within Bengaluru Metropolitan Region, irrespective of anything containing in zonal regulation. See, irrespective of anything containing in their zonal regulation. So let us talk about Anekal Planning Authority, Nelmangla Planning Authority, Bayappa Planning Authority, that is Airport Planning Authority, Hoskote Planning Authority, Magadi Planning Authority, Kanakapura Planning Authority, all the planning authorities. There are a lot more. Chanpatan is in BMR. Yeah, it should be. Even Ramnagar is in BMR, and it has become Bangalore South now. So all these Anekal Planning Authority also, all would be implemented. Whatever is there in that zonal regulation, it is to be removed, and this is to be added. Okay, so let us read what is the difference. Irrespective of anything in containing in the zonal regulation regarding the lake and drain shall be applicable. For the lake, you can watch the video which I have shown here. You can watch the video, we have explained clearly. And for buffer zone, this video we are making on drains. The buffer, okay, so they are explaining what is buffer or for lake. The buffer to be maintained around the lake as per revenue record, and infrastructure or activities permissible in the lake and the buffer area shall be stipulated in KTCPD. According to this, we have made video. You can watch that, what all you can do inside, outside the lake, everything. Sanction planning. Okay, now we are coming into the very important points. So drains, the drains have been categorized into 3 types, namely primary, secondary and tertiary. So till now, if you see, there was no definition properly given for primary, secondary and tertiary, sorry. And even now they didn't give on the size. If you see, they are not particular into the size. It is so difficult for a normal person to identify a primary, secondary or a tertiary drain. You will come to know further. The drains have been categorized in 3 types, namely primary, secondary and tertiary, as below. Let us read. It is already so much time. Okay. Primary drains shall mean natural drains or nala. Everything is natural drain or nalas as per revenue records. As per revenue record. This word is very important. What you see on ground is not important. Important is as per revenue records. This is quite important. Meant for carrying stormwater drains, stormwater leading from lake to another lake, or leading from lake to a river. So even this is going to be a primary Rajkalva, what they are meaning. Lake to lake. So definition of this is so difficult to identify. You have to see from which lake to lake it is connecting or no. Then from lake to river, if this too is going to be primary Rajkalva. So secondary Rajkalva shall mean, so definition of secondary Rajkalva or secondary drain shall mean natural drain or Rajkalva as per revenue records, meant for carrying storm water leading to lake. So even primary, okay, so primary, what they have told, from lake to lake it is connecting. In secondary they are telling leading to lake or to a primary drain. Two options they have given. So whichever is connecting to a river is called as primary, which is connecting to primary it is called as secondary, and connecting to lake also they are telling. So now if Rajkalva is coming, or a drain, or a storm water drain, or a nala which is coming towards the lake, you have to see if it is connecting from lake to lake, or else it is directly coming to the lake from some other source. So that is important. So much research you have to do before understanding. So we are very specialized into Rajkalvas, because I started analysis from Rajkalva only at the time of flooding in 2019 or 20 something, no? From that time we are lot into this, because many people were complicated about buffer zone, encroachment and all. So tertiary drain shall mean natural drain. Even though, see, even I am so expertised in this Rajkalva and buffer zone, I can't easily make out regarding the buffer zone, because there are a lot of things involved. You can read here. Shall mean, what is tertiary drain? Or tertiary Rajkalva meaning, or tertiary drain, tertiary nala meaning. Shall mean natural drain or nala as per revenue records. See, this revenue records is quite difficult, because revenue records, what you see everywhere is nowhere you get properly this revenue records, and you have to overlay exactly where that portion is coming, how much is the B Kharab land. So you have to get government survey only. It is not that easy. Approximately we can do. It is not that easily to tell that exact where it is going to come, how much it is. So because they didn't meant the size of Rajkalvas. If they would have mentioned, it would be very easy to identify. As per revenue records, meant for carrying storm water leading to secondary. So tertiary is bit easier. If you are seeing anything getting connected to secondary, then it is going to be tertiary Rajkalva, and tertiary is going to be every corner you are having tertiary. I'll show you whole example and everything, where it is, how it is going into a whole location. Like it is kind of nerves you can make into whole lands, total land. Okay, minimum buffer for a primary, secondary, tertiary nala, Rajkalva drainage, stormwater drainage shall be as below. Serial number 1, 2, 3. Classification: primary, secondary and tertiary. Buffer zone on either side from the edge. From the edge is quite important, because older what we used to do is take from the center. So now the whole rule is changed, and from the edge. But for people who are in Bayappa or anything out of BDA, they used to consider from the edge only. So it doesn't make difference for them. But the sizes is making difference, because they only had almost two types of drains. One would be bigger one, and one would be field drain. Normally field drain also, it shows some definition, and people use in a different way. So let us go through and understand. Buffer on either sides from the edge of drain or nala, per revenue records in meters. This is, so this also should be noted. People will think 15 feet and they'll be so happy. Primary, see how less it is. What was for primary old one, it was 50 meters from the center. So now they have given us 15 meters, proposed one 15 meters. I don't know who all will object. If they object, it is better, or else Bangalore is going to sink and BMR is going to sink. I can't tell BMR because outskirts it is better for them. Sorry. So primary 15 meters from the edge of the drainage. Now edge from where you have to take, you have to check the revenue documents. That is not that easy, that you have to make out. From revenue documents, edge you have to take as per the information given here. So secondary only 10 meters. So secondary 10 meters you have to see. Secondary, what was the old one? 25 meters. From the center it was 25 meters buffer zone. Now it is going to be 10 meters. So approximately, let me tell on this how much 10 meters difference you are having. Almost 10. Let me understand. The size of primary would be something around okay, then divide by 2 if we do 15, if we are coming this side, and then 50. Okay, 15 minus 15. Okay, 10 meters something, 10 to 15 meters difference you are going to have from the older buffer zone. That is going to be reduced in primary. And secondary approximately, again because it was old was 25 meters, so new would be 10 meters. So almost 10 meters of difference is there again in the secondary Rajakaluve from the old one. At least a good buffer zone was there before. Okay, for tertiary 5 meters, almost 7.5 meters loss it would be. Means lesser buffer zone would be. Already when it is 5 meters is nothing, it is a kind of joke, like 15 feet. Just from the edge 15 feet. So people who is owning a 30-40 side would also get saved in terms of land, but in terms of what you tell future issues, so confirm it is they are going to have good flooding. So that is one thing. So this is quite important. This is the update which has come up: 15 meters, 10 meters and 5 meters. Okay, so let us read further. Whereas the drains or nalas leading to tertiary, now they are talking about drainages which are in front of house, I guess, what I understand from this. Whereas the drains or nalas leading to tertiary, so it is so what you tell, so connected to each and everything. If you want to identify a tertiary, you have to identify where is the primary, then after that you have to understand where is secondary, then you have to understand where is tertiary. Then you will get to know that if tertiary is existing, then you will come to know this Rajakaluve which is connecting to tertiary is not a tertiary. That is so complicated. Leading to tertiary drains shall be maintained as per revenue records. As per revenue records. So that means what they are telling, this drains which is connecting to tertiary is not going to be tertiary. I am not understanding, because they are telling as per revenue records. Whatever is there in revenue records from before, we used to consider that as tertiary only. Now they are telling as per revenue records, and buffer shall not be insisted for such drain or nalas. No buffer zone for this kind of drains which is coming and connecting to tertiary. To identify tertiary, you have to identify secondary. To identify secondary, you have to identify primary. So it is a chain link to confirm on this. So it is quite difficult, I guess. Approx only everyone can try working out on this. Permissible uses and activities for buffer zone shall be specified in the zonal regulations. This classification has been used for drains identified in the approved master plan. So people who think that in master plan, if it is there, then it is not showing, then why should we think that is a buffer zone or no? You can read this. In the case of buffer zone has not been marked in the master plan for any of the above types of drain, then based on the revenue records, buffers shall be insisted in all such cases without referring the land use plan, while according to approval for building development layout permission in sensitive areas, if enmarked on the land use plan, shall be considered only by planning authority. So this is the changes, major changes. Let us go jump into reality and see some examples. So before that, so again, this is the main table. You have to go through: primary 15 meters, secondary 10 meters, tertiary 5 meters. So this is lake video. If you haven't watched, you can watch this lake video. And this is going to be what you tell. Let us go for an example. So where shall I zoom? Recently we made a video on buffer zone roads coming up. See the trick they played. They gave this buffer zone notifications. After that they changed the buffer zone rules. Now here we can give an example for you. Let me change the mouse. Yeah. So let me add this measurement. See, before, when this was, imagine this is a primary Rajkalva. From center, if you take 15 meters, 50 meters, where it is to come, here it is to come, okay, some approximately. So this is going to be 50 meters. Now let me save this. Now let me add the new rule. Now we have to check actually where is the revenue records of Rajkalva ending. If it is shown here, somewhere here, if it is ending also, but it depends. So wherever it is ending, from there you have to take 15 meters. Can you see the difference? So this is why I was telling there is high chances of flooding. If this was the buffer, let me give you one more example for any approved project. Here somewhere you had Carles in it. Here approved project it is. So what these people have done, if you see 50 meters they have left buffer zone. So 50 meters buffer zone they have left. Now actually what it is reduced, 50 meters is still here. Now they have reduced to this. It is not even till this road. You know how high chances of flooding they are increasing. This is not good in terms of safety and future. Only thing is landowners, land developers will be happy for this. Okay, this is one rule. Okay, this would be primary Rajkalva. You can see from lake to lake it is connecting. Now from lake to lake, how to check? There is one lake, it is coming zooming and getting connected to one more lake. Now this is understood as primary. Okay. So now if you see here, there is a Rajkalva coming and connecting to this Rajkalva. What they told? Any Rajkalva which is coming and connecting to primary is called as secondary Rajkalva. So we understood now this is going to be a secondary Rajkalva, and buffer zone is going to be 10 meters as per new rules from the edge. So if you see an example here, this is the Rajkalva and secondary, and what buffer zone would it apply? 25 meters. So if you see, this apartment is taken 25 meters, but now the story is changed and they have to only take how much? 10 meters of buffer zone. Till here it would be something. So everything would be more compacted. Land use means it is a profit for people, but long term loss only it is because of the flooding. You are not giving breathing space. Now again if you see, let us find any, now this is secondary. Now for secondary, if anything is getting connected, that is going to be tertiary as per definition. So where anything is connecting or no, here something is connecting. Yeah, here if you see something is getting connected. So this would be a tertiary drain as per information what they have told. So from here, if we are taking center line 15 meters it was. So let us just mark here 15 meters approximately. Now see the difference for tertiary. I'll show you where we went. Okay, so from the edge revenue document we don't have approximately, we are taking 5 meters. Superb. See the difference, how much it is. So these are the huge differences which is made for buffer zone. Now again, as per their definition, if you see, whatever is coming and connecting to tertiary is not a there is no buffer zone, only revenue records should be maintained. Now this is coming and connecting to tertiary, so I don't think so now for this buffer zone is required. So you have to be so accurate, or else you have to have so experienced person who is checking this buffer zones and all. That is so difficult. I as of now, how many buffer zone checks I have done? Thousands of checks I have done. I haven't seen anyone checking it properly. Just for namesake people check, but actually they don't check it properly. Now let us see any other option. Where shall we go? Anywhere river? Where is river? Where is river? Somewhere we had Vishwa Bharati or Arkavati river. Where to go? River. This looks little big. Maybe this is river. I don't know. I'm not getting exactly river. No? Here also one river was there. So maybe this is one river. So anything connecting to river is going to be again primary. So river buffer zone they didn't give. That is what to take buffer zone for river. There is no clarity. So this is one river only. Penaki or Penaki from Hoskote side, it is coming. From Andhra it is coming, I guess. See, this is Penaki river only. So from there it is getting connected. So whatever is connecting to river is again going to be a primary Rajkalva. So that we have to understand. So a lot of things which has to be understood. It is not that easy to make out all the Rajkalvas and buffer zones. You have to be quite careful before purchasing. Only thing is understand the new rules and each and everything which you have to check out. So that's all for today. We discussed regarding the Gazette notification, regarding Rajkalva, drainage, buffer zone, each and everything in detail with examples. Everything we have discussed. So watch the video if you want to understand. If you have patience, you can watch. I don't think so people have patience these days. Everyone are into the short videos. You need just short content and fast content. So it's up to you. If you want knowledge, you have to spend time. You don't get knowledge in short videos. So good luck, Agent Clear Property Analyst. Thank you.